Today I'm going to explain how I use my new improved miter gauge to make some chamfered cuts on some pieces that I'm working on for supports for wooden track. First thing is the miter gauge is now tight in the slot thanks to these ball plungers that I installed on the track. They push the miter gauge to the side, to the one side of the gap, or to the one side of the miter slot, so that it doesn't wiggle when you're making the cut. The second thing I did is added an auxiliary fence to the miter gauge, which allows me to back up cuts and to place a stop block on the miter gauge. Alright, I already tilted the blade at 45 degrees to make the chamfer cut, and I also ran it through the blade so that it backs up the cut, and so I don't have to do that already, and it also helps line up the cut a little bit. Here's a cut piece I've previously cut to show how I set it up. So I moved the piece to where the blade is just touching, and then I set the stop block. And by doing this, I make a cut, or I set it up so it can be repeated many times, because I have several of these to do. And then for further safety, I can clamp it to the fence so I don't have to get anywhere near the blade, and I can better control the miter gauge. So let's take a look at performing the operation.